Welcome into the Unwritten Rule Podcast, your number one stop shop for all sports and media news. I'm your host, Monzi, and today I will be deep diving into some Ohio State football. We're gonna make this short and sweet with the Buckeyes. Love the Buckeyes. My dad was a Buckeye fan, still is. But come on, guys, the Buckeyes. It's win a national championship or not. Like there should be no confusion between that. I understand they do have to go on the road to Oregon and they have to place a tough battle there. But Oregon is not a team that I think just because when I seen Oregon lose twice last season to Washington, I kind of lost faith. So I don't think that Dan Lanning is able to win big games for real. This is not going to be a big game that he's able to win. Now with Coach Day, Ryan Day out there and his weird philosophy. I don't know what you'll get out of the football team. Will Howard, he doesn't have to do much. He's in a pro style type of offense, and he has a loaded receiver group. Every single time, Ohio State's going to have a loaded receiver group and a loaded defensive back group. That's just how it is. I don't question it. And now the running back room is loaded with two number one type running backs. You got Travion Henderson, and then you got Quinshon Judkins. And I know Quinshon Judkins will cause hell. So it's going to be a long season for a lot of teams in the Big Ten when they have to go up against Ohio State. But Ohio State is simple, man. They win a national championship or they're out. I do think that adding Chip Kelly, that's a little questionable. We'll see what Chip could do. Do I think the offense is going to be take a step back? No, not by any chance. I feel like it will get better with Chip Kelly, and I feel like the defense will also get better because the offense is finally going to be efficient enough to put up the points that they need in big games. The defense usually plays good against Michigan. The defense played great, actually. I felt they were cheated on that one play. I think a safety came out of nowhere and punched the ball out, and it definitely was like a touchback, or it was like something like of that nature. But Michigan ended up taking that to the house or whatever. But watching Ohio State, I got nothing but high hopes for them. I do hope they make it to the national championship. I don't wish that Ryan Day loses his job. Do I feel like he's the coach for Ohio State going in the future? Not really, honestly. He doesn't remind me of Ohio State Buckeyes type of coach. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I grew up watching Jim Tressel and who else was that? Urban Meyer. I mean, I've seen good football out of the Scarlet for a while. So hopefully they are able to make some adjustments and actually make that run for the college football playoff and make it to a natty. The other team I think that they would be playing, and I mean, I don't know what the chat is about Georgia, but I guess Georgia is the team that I can see Ohio State playing. But if Ohio State has to play Georgia, they would beat Georgia because they will be able to outsmart them. Now that they have a quarterback who I don't think will make the games bigger than what they are. He's a veteran quarterback already, and he's made a lot of plays with his legs. So when you make plays with your legs, I feel like you're more comfortable and different. You're able to get more comfortable in football games versus just a pocket passing type quarterback. Pocket passing is very hard, man. So when you got I forgot who they had last year, but yeah, they got rid of the guy they had last year. He could only make throws in the pocket. So we'll see how they can do. We'll see how they can favor as they go down in these games. The biggest game, obviously, would be against, Oregon. You got to go on the road to Oregon. But I don't think, aside from the crowd and the stadium environment, Ohio State should win. Now, against Michigan, I don't know what they'll do. If Michigan is good on defense, that could be a long, nasty football game. If Michigan's able to slow that football game down like they did last year, it could be a problem. But we'll see how they do. Going into the season this year, I do have high hopes, like I said, for them, and I do think they'll be a national champion. But that's it for them. If they're not a national champion, you might have to let Day go. Honestly, you might have to let Ryan Day go. If you guys are not in a national championship game or just probably close to it and you probably get cheated some way, some fashion, you know how college football could get, especially with referees getting in the way of football games. Um, yeah, I could possibly see them keeping Day, but we'll see how they can do. But that's all from me, folks. Wish y'all nothing but the best. Appreciate y'all and go Buckeyes, I guess.